Hey.
So
Ay, sorry.
the entrance of King's Landing is just behind you. Okay? So this is the Pillar Gate and this is the main entrance to your town. And as I told you in the show, these gates are looking pretty different. They are bigger, higher, they're more decorated because it's Hollywood style. So only time that you can see real gates from here is this time when Jamie was coming back home from North. So turn around, take a look. You can see the gates, but the gates are open. So this is the first time after so many centuries that we close the gates. Because after 19th century, Dubrovnik is being under UNESCO protection. So these gates must be open to everybody all the time. And then you have HBO, they wanted to close the gates and that's why they had to pay. But the problem they had were the furious tourists. All around, in front of Pillar Gate, you had many people in a row waiting to come inside. We have two more ways to come inside, Ploče Gate and Buža Gate. But people are used to Pillar Gate and they don't want to go around. So those were the big problems.
How many hours?
Couple of hours. Let's say if they film from 8, it will be to 12. So it all depends for which part, but definitely couple of hours. In summertime, it means like whole day. Because when you have cruise ships in the morning with 10,000 people, it's really bad. And even the city walls, while they were filming on the top, they had a lot of problems. Okay. So now let's go down there to see more photos.
Daghana.
Do you remember what happened in this scene? So this is the scene when citizens are really
Threw-
angry. Yeah, and then you
threw
have
pieces in his
Joffrey,
face.
with his family, and they are walking this way. So this is the way where Joffrey was walking, and they are checking the situation with the poor citizens, and everybody are angry, and people start hating. They start screaming some bad words, and then suddenly one guy was on top of that wall. He threw an item to Joffrey's head. And Joffrey was really pissed off, so he started to scream, kill them all, kill them all. And then we had a huge fight. So people started fighting all around the location, and you can see it better with this picture. So when you turn around, you can see that everything looks completely the same. So take a look. Yeah, this, okay, just hide the sun and look the location. So this is what I was talking about all the time. They really left real Dubrovnik inside. And here you can see local people. And in what point of time they told them to scream some bad words to royal family to be angry. And what people did? They start swearing about politicians. So it was a bad idea because our situation with politics is really bad. So people are really angry, so they started to scream really bad words. It was too loud, so they had to cut it off. So in some points you can hear some Croatian words, but it's really unrecognizable. I can't even understand. I guess they mix it or something, but it's really fun. And I mentioned that Sansa was running away. So look at those gates behind you. Those are the gates leading you to the small park for children to play, and she ran inside. And then I showed you, she showed up on the top of the fortress. So she was here, then suddenly she moved on the top of another fortress. But that's something they do, so you don't see any difference until you come here and see it in real life. Okay, let's go now inside. My umbrella.
It's 5:05. See you later.
Okay, come closer. Okay guys, this is the main street of the old town, but why I stopped here? Since you asked me what was filmed in Dubrovnik, not only Game of Thrones, so we had other shows being filmed in here. So, have you watched Star Wars? Yes. Yeah. Okay, so now look behind me. The big Onofrios fountain was used in the new Star Wars movie. So I had to admit I still didn't watch the new part, but you can see the fountain and also you can see the main street. So look the light and it is just in front of us. This is the main street and they decorated the entrance of the shops. Of course they were paid, the shops, for it. And did anybody is watching Robin Hood movies? Nottingham, and so on. This is also the new movie. It's coming out this year, and it was filmed on the main street. So take a look. This is how they built it. They built the main city, Nottingham, inside of Dubrovnik. Of course, that the fans of Game of Thrones will not agree that Dubrovnik is Nottingham. Is definitely King's Landing, but we'll have some Robin Hood fans, of course. But who was here? Two Jamies, Jamie Foxx and Jamie Dornan. I don't know about ladies. Do you watch 50 Shades of Grey? So he was here, but unfortunately we didn't have a chance to meet him. It was just after 50 Shades Darker, so everybody tried to keep him away. But Jamie Foxx, you know who Jamie Foxx? He was walking around the main street. He was here with the kids, and he was eating in the restaurant. So I met him. I took pictures with him. So he is really a good guy, amazing. So that's something you have in Dubrovnik: celebrities and local people who don't care about celebrities. Beyonce was walking on the main street and nobody cared.
It's good.
Yeah, it's good for the celebrities, okay? So now we will walk on the main street and we will go to the Walk of Shame stairs, okay?
Di ka nang doon, baka nasa side road ako, madali lang.